is towards them. And as my gaze touches them, they come into view. Now, it may seem at first glance that this idea is crazy. But his idea that light streams from our eyes towards objects became the fundamental basis on which later Greek mathematicians and philosophers would construct some of the most important theories we have about light, vision, and optics.
Among them was the renowned mathematician Euclid. Euclid used Empedocles' theory to make the single most important breakthrough in the understanding of light.
Reason loves problems, and above all, it loves showing you that there is a problem where you didn't think there was one. Here's an example that Euclid really focused on. Why do objects further away seem so small in comparison with objects nearer our eye? The height of a distant column, which we know in our minds is much bigger than our finger, looks to our eyes to be exactly the same as a finger held near our eye.
Euclid came up with an elegant solution. The eye, the top of the finger, and the top of the column must lie on the same line. And for that to be true, the rays from the eye must follow straight lines. It was a fundamental breakthrough. For the first time, light could be explained, predicted by the new discipline of mathematics.
What this showed, and it was a dramatic discovery, was that the geometry of straight lines and triangles can completely master problems of light and vision out there in the world.
And this mastery of light had far-reaching consequences. It would help transform navigation into a rigorous skill based on the position of the sun and the stars. Greek navigators opened up new trade routes, and Greek culture and learning dominated the known world as far east as India. But nothing lasts forever.
In the wake of the great achievements of the Greek philosophers of light, the world entered a period of crisis. The Mediterranean world was racked by war, invasion, destruction. Libraries were burnt, communities of scholars broken up.
Much of the teaching of the ancient scholars was lost. But here, in Sicily, their work would suffer a much kinder fate. Conquered from North Africa, Sicily soon fell under Islamic rule.
Most of what survived of the great Greek optical theories was transmitted to the West through the scholars of Islam, who arrived in the Mediterranean world at the end of the 7th century, and then for hundreds of years edited, translated, and debated what the classical Greek scholars had already established. For Islam, with its notion of the single God and the single creation, light played an absolutely fundamental role. It was the medium through which God made and communicated with his world. Indeed, the very idea that knowledge and spirituality is associated with light is essentially a Muslim doctrine. The brightness of faith put optics right at the center of Islamic scholarship. It's not surprising, it seems to me, that one of the founders of modern optical doctrine is a great Muslim scholar.
His name was Ibn al-Haytham, or, as he became known in the West, Al-Hazen. Al-Hazen would make one of the most significant discoveries in history about how light and vision worked.